What's up YouTube, Dahams of Wargames, bringing you a budget Phantom Knight deck profile. Yes, this is using the new support from Legendary Hero decks, and of course at the end I'll show you a nice one card combo that can get you into this guy and extend further depending on what else is in your hand. Without further ado, I'm going to take you through this profile, and what I want you to keep in mind is I've tried to make sure this is as budget as possible and contain as much of the deck as possible from Legendary Hero. So I've only kind of gone outside of the Legendary Hero decks to get a couple of little staple cards that are relatively cheap, like Called by the Grave, Wee Witch, and stuff like that. So without further ado, I'm going to take you through the profile, show you what we got, and at the end I'll show you the one card combo that can get you into the brand new, the Phantom Knight of Rusty Badosh. So, without further ado, we start off with triple Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak, triple Phantom Knights of Silent Boots, and triple Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves. We then also play double Kagamusha Knight. So the whole idea of this one is to run your warriors and your darks and just absolutely flood the board with dark monsters to go into your brand new Link monster. On top of that, if you do want to put more money into this deck, Goes and Match and Rivalry are very, very nice floodgates that can really stump your opponent, because the majority of your monsters are warriors and they are, the 90% are also dark. We also play triple Destiny Hero Malicious. Now you do get these in the Hero Legendary deck, and this is very, very important because it combos off massively nicely with Armageddon Knight. Now on top of that, Armageddon Knight can also send your Phantom Knights, so he has a lot of use in the deck. The best thing about this is Armageddon Knight is a one card into your Destiny Hero, and then into your Wee Witch, which then eventually builds up into your Phantom Knights of Rusty Badosh, so that is very, very important. On top of that, if you did want to play Isolde in the extra deck and play a couple of equip spells, you can do so. Now the reason I've put this together without Isolde is because when I was looking into it, unless you want to be going for a level 4 synchro play, or you find that level 1 dark monster, the best kind of step up from that, I personally don't like playing loads and loads of equip spells. So if I'm going to play equip spells in the deck, it would be the Broken Bamboo engine or the Bamboo Sword engine for additional draw power, as well as being able to send free to then get one of your Phantom Knights out. So that then comes down entirely up to you. Also, the worst thing about Isolde is it is a light monster, so it's a little bit harder to push your plays further forward. We then played double Blue Mountain Butterspy. This obviously came in the Legendary Hero decks as well. And the best thing about this is because it's a dark and it's a warrior, it's searchable. And then when you normal summon any of these, even your Armageddon Knight, you bring out the Blue Mountain, and then that again extends your plays further forward. So it turns the one card combo into a 2-card combo, and then allows you to extend your board that bit further. I've then got the one Dark Armor Dragon. Now this does come outside of the Legendary decks, but because you have the ability to manipulate your graveyard quite a lot, and your majority playing dark monsters, Dark Armor Dragon would be like a match-winning top deck card. On top of that, it just has loads of like fodder in the graveyard to banish and then destroy cards on the field. So it's very, very powerful, and for me, it's a nice little tech to trial out yourself. And it is not expensive at all, unless you want to be getting the ultimate rares or, of course, the secret rares. Moving on to the spells, we're playing double Twin Twisters because sometimes getting your Phantom Knights in graveyard isn't the end of the world. Double Called by the Grave because you want to make sure all your search effects go off without a hitch. Double Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic. This is just so we see it as consistently as we possibly can, and then we're able to bump up our Dark Requiem Dragon. Sorry, our Dark. We're able to turn our, where are we? Dark Rebellion Dragon into our Dark Requiem Dragon, and of course Requiem Dragon can win you games. And again, these came in the starter deck, or the Legendary Hero decks. Called by the Grave didn't, but you should be able to pick them up for like 10p each. You've then got the one Rhoda, the one Foolish Burial, and the one Monster Reborn, all came in the Legendary Hero decks. Moving on to the traps, we played triple Fogblade, probably one of the most powerful trap cards of the Phantom Knights archetype. Double Wings, double Phantom Knights of Shade Brigade. Now I'll show you, this is part of the combo with Phantom Knights of Rusty Badosh to extend your plays as well, so it's very, very important on that one. We then play two of the brand new one, the Phantom Knights of Mistclaw. This is mainly to recycle your banished Phantom Knights more than it is for its actual protection effect, but its protection effect is still very, very good and useful. And then finishing off, we play the one Phantom Knights of Wrong Magnetin. Now this, of course, lets you get rid of all your continuous spells, continuous traps, sorry, and sometimes your continuous spells to get you that additional draw. It's not as important, it's just a good one to trial out should you wish. And then, of course, you've got the one Phantom Knight Sword. Again, gives you that bit more protection, stops stuff going on the board, and then gains an extra 800 attack. So that is it for the main deck. Now on to the extra deck. Of course, we play double Phantom Knight of Rusty. This is a great, easily powerful card as well. So it's 2+ Dark Monsters. It needs to be a link free. Bottom left, bottom right, and to the right. During your main phase, you send 1 Phantom Knight monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then set 1 Phantom Knight spell or trap directly from your deck. So this is where the Phantom Knight Brigade... Where are I? This one comes into effect because the idea is you send a Phantom Knight that will search you out boots. You then play this card, set it face down, activate it a turn because you don't have any traps in grave. Then bring boots out. You've got 2 more Dark Monsters to extend your plays further forward should you wish. So it's entirely up to you on how you want to push that one forward. We then play double Wee Witch Apprentice. Now the reason we're playing double of this is because it is part of the combo to get you into your Phantom Knights of Rusty. So what you do with that is you normally summon your Armageddon Knight, send the Malicious, banish a Malicious, bring it onto grave. You link the Malicious and the Armageddon Knight into Wee Witch. You then use the 3rd Malicious in graveyard, banish it, bring it out, and then link the Wee Witch with the Malicious to go straight into your Rusty. Very, very easy on that. Triple Burst, again, the Wee Witch is cheap as anything. Triple Burst is about £4 card as well, so it can be decoded if you want. But the best thing about this is the next turn after it's summoned during your main phase, you can revive a link 2 or lower. So you can bring back the Wee Witch, which then if you get 1 more Dark Monster on board, lets you go into your next Rusty quite easily and quickly. The one Skull Dread, only about a 10, is probably the most expensive card in the extra deck. Of course, we use this to extend our plays. It's very, very easy, like I just showed you with the Armageddon Knight and Malicious. If your hand opens up a little bit more, of course, you can push your plays even further and go into Skull Dread quite easily, getting all effects off. We then play for the link 3, or the rank 3, sorry. Triple Phantom Knight Breaksword, incredibly powerful. When it goes to the graveyard, bring it back. Bring back the material, sorry. Pop in a card to pop in one of your opponent's card. Again, very, very helpful and can out the most boards like anti-spells and stuff like that. Double Dante, there's a reason it was reprinted in common. This being able to mill to the graveyard, getting your Phantom Knights to the grave that you want, is also very, very powerful and useful. Number 47, Nightmare Shark, only a couple of quid, will win you games guaranteed. Acid Golem, for those times you need an extended beat stick. It's not a necessity, but again, it is very, very cheap and easy to play. And then, of course, we've also got the Dark Rebellion XYZ and the Dark Requiem XYZ. Now, of course, Levier, the Sea Dragon, also did come in the in the Legendary Hero decks, along with some other rank 4 XYZs for Evil Swarms, so you can, of course, use those as well. It gives you other alternatives to playing the deck out. Now, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, show you the full map, and I'll show you the exact way you go into your Rusty. So you would normally summon your Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight's effect to send Destiny Hero Malicious to the graveyard. You banish that Malicious, bring out a 2nd Malicious. You link those 2 into your Wee Witch. There we go. You then use the Malicious in Grave's effect to banish it itself, bring out your Destiny Hero Malicious, and then, of course, go straight into your link 3 of your new Rusty. So this card is very, very powerful and useful, and then you use this guy's effect to send a Phantom Knight from your deck to the grave and then set this directly from your deck. You can then activate this card straight away because you don't have any traps in the grave and bring itself out. Now, of course, like I said, if you had Boots in your hand, you extend your plays further forward from that one. Depending on what monster you sent to the graveyard, you would banish it, search Boots. You've got 2 Link 4s, you've got 2 Dark Monsters on board to make another Link 2 should you wish. Or, of course, if you have more extension plays, which of course Phantom Knights can do, you can then end up with a Breaksword, and then Breaksword could then trigger Rusty's effect if you're going 2nd, and then on top of that you can move your plays further forward depending on what else you have in your hand. But from one card you've got the brand new Rusty on board, and then you've also got an additional monster as well as whatever else you've got in hand. So technically if you played this outright you should get 2 more monsters on board and then extend your plays even further forward from that. So that is it. Very straightforward, very, very simple, and very, very budget. This deck, like if you were to go in splits with your friend for the Legendary Hero decks, you'd probably be paying 20 quid. You'd get a full deck of everything I've just shown you in the main deck. Freeze of everything. And then, of course, you can pick up, you should already have the staples like Caught by the Grave and other cards like that. And then moving on to your extra deck, all you need to do is get a Saruja, which is probably the most expensive card to get there. And with the reprints in Legendary, in the Megatins, it shouldn't be hard to pick up at all. So that is it. Straightforward for the Phantom Knight deck profile, very, very budget. Like I said, if you want to be pumping more money into it, of course you've got all the hand traps you can put into it. You can play the Bamboo engine with your Isolde and go a bit more competitive down that route. On top of that, I highly recommend, if you have them, use your Rivalries and Gozens, because you're only going to be abusing Dark Monsters and Warrior Monsters. So it's very, very easy to play those Floodgates in this deck should you wish. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, guys, as always, oh, before I go, do not worry, I have not forgotten. I know that the winners are waiting for the competition giveaways that we did for the binder, the mat, and the special editions. Do not worry, the winners will be announced very, very, very shortly. I'm just waiting. There's been so much going on in the Yu-Gi-Oh world. You've had the YCS, you've had Legendary Hero decks, and then next week, of course, is Sneak Peek for Soul Fusion. So hopefully before that Sneak Peek hits, I will have those videos out for you guys. But for now, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share, and until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.